Welcome back to another episode of Chalk Talk. This is the week 4 episode, and I'm back with the usual cast of characters. Two from the Deep Cover podcast, Michael Crawford, aka Abakori, and then Chris Just Joking on all platforms and some platforms that you may not need to know about. Welcome back, fellas.
What's up, Coach? Thanks for having us.
what platform? No, never mind. I'm not
Yeah. Chris said something on yesterday's show that I ain't gonna say went viral, but really stood out to a lot of folks. Because I saw Garnett posted, and a lot of people was up on the post saying I don't see no lies, and he's spitting facts and it's fire. Is when you was asked about the injuries and you didn't care about the injuries. So that little clip has went like mini Raven Circle, not viral, but it's been shared, and people really agree with you,
including number 8. No key, including number 8.
Really?
Tell him, Chris. Include number 8.
Yep.
What you talking about?
Yeah, eight liked it.
He did.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
You didn't know about that? Oh, yeah.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
8 liked it.
I didn't.
If you want to send some shekels my way, I'll take them.
Yeah, and if he want to come on, hey, he can come on here whenever he want to come on, talk about whatever he want to talk about.
Open invitation. We can come down here and talk about the restaurant. We got to talk about
whatever he want to talk about.
Exactly. So that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So did you saw it or somebody just hit you up?
Somebody told me.
Oh, okay. So you got 8 to react to something. I had Zay Flowers to react to something. Mike, your turn.
Hey, y'all hitting some nerves. That's all that matters. I mean, that means y'all, real recognize real.
Hey, got to. I appreciate it. Salute them. Because we gonna just talk about what the tape tells us.
That's it. And I was thinking about this before we jump into it. And what came to me, it was that Parcells quote, right? You are what your record says you are.
Mm-hmm.
But I would add, you are what your film shows you are.
Yes.
So we about to see who they are right now.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, KC didn't do what I thought they was gonna do. I thought they was gonna try to duplicate Detroit because their guard center guard combination is just as good, but they didn't. They paper cut us in their own special way, and we about to get into it. Or we probably paper cut it ourselves some too, but we'll see.
That's right.
So we'll start off with you, Mike. And the second set will be Chris's, and the last set will be mine. So I'll let it run through.
Okay, this is 4 for 2. There's another theme this week, right? This is in a bunch of different ways that you could term it: awareness, execution, preparation, whatever label you want to put on it. For me, it kind of all boiled down to things that you would expect them to be on top of that they were not on top of. So, yeah, you can roll it. And what you're going to see right here is they're going to run this little pick rub concept at the bottom. They're playing man. Look at the corners on the same level.
Wow.
Right? The receivers, I know it's really dictated by the splits, right? And if the splits are tight enough, then you're going to try to get on a different level. And those guys ain't super tight. But still, to me, you would still want to have some type of communication where you're like, hey, even if we're not going to get on different levels, we need to be alert to make some type of switch call.
Banjo.
Because we might get some kind of pick rub action just with where those two guys are in terms of proximity. And nobody seems to react to that.
And
keep rolling.
I know that's Marlowe in the slot. Who else who's that on the bottom?
I think it's
Wiggins.
Okay.
Then the Wuze is about 8 yards off whoever this person is. Thornton, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you can roll it. You just let it play out.
This was one of my plays too.
Yeah, it just caught my attention because I'm like, typically there would have been some type of alert.
Yep.
With one of those corners or the safety saying, hey, alert, watch for pick. And this is simple. It doesn't get any simpler than this. And then, like I said, it's 4th and 2. And so, you probably are anticipating that the Ravens are going to be in man coverage if you're KC, right? And for you as
you got your dead giveaway right here, Mike.
there's the indicator, right? Yeah, the man zone check. And so if you're the Ravens, then okay, yeah, we know we're playing man. We've got to be alert for these pick concepts. This is what teams do in these situations.
Yeah. And the reason it was on my list, not because of anything that happened in the play, but the fact that, okay, Sapsucker, it's me and you with Hamilton and Kelce. And that's a matchup I wanted to see. And when I saw this, I'm like, okay, they one-on-one, and most of the time the ball goes to 87. So I was interested to see like what they did, and they got the first down, whatever. But it was on my list because we had to go Nash to finally put a comparable person on 87 when last year we had Brandon Stevens on a lot.
Yeah. So again, just another one of those awareness things. Like, hey, are we preparing the way that we need to be preparing? And then if we are, when we get out on the field, are we taking that from the classroom to the grass?
Right.
Or do we just get out there and go out of our minds and forget all of the stuff that we need to be aware of?
Right,
like I said, I get a little grace on this one because I get the splits ain't super tight, and I know that's kind of what drives it. But I don't know, man. For me, I was just like, I think you still gotta have some awareness there.
Agreed. Yeah, and for one, for me, well, Chris, you was about to say, go ahead.
No, like just about what Mike said, like piggybacking off the stuff that they're learning in the classroom and applying it onto the field. And something that I'm probably going to do this weekend is I just want to watch some of that 2023 KC tape with Mike McDonald's last game, because one of the things that the players praised him about was not only teaching them about their responsibility, but the person next to them's responsibility and why you're doing it. Not just do this, be here. It's why you're doing this. Who is going to be behind you? And I just want to see the difference between the communication and just how disciplined they were back then compared to what's going on now. I want to see the difference because, I mean, when you look at last year's roster, a lot of them are the same people that were in Mike McDonald's system. So you would think some of that communication would spill over, in the next season with Zach Orr, and year 2 with Zach Orr, it seems like it hasn't gotten any better. So I just want to compare those two and just see how it looks compared to now, because you don't really see it now, and you kind of see guys just not in their own world, but it's just like they don't know the why of what they're doing or what the person next to them is supposed to be doing. It seems like there's more miscommunication than there's been in years past.
I agree 100% with that. But for those that, and this is a little teaching channel right here. For those that I threw the term banjo out, and some of y'all may not know. I know most of y'all do. But typically what happens in banjo, when you got these two receivers or these two DBs on the same level, which football, 7th grade football, you should never be on the same level as the DB next to you. But they are. And so what tends to happen in banjo is this guy will take the innermost receiver. This guy will take the outermost receiver. So if they switch, Wiggins would have ended up, like this play happened, Wiggins would have ended up jumping what's number 1 name for Kansas City? Worthy. And then Marlon would have picked up Juju Smith-Schuster. And so all it is basically, but you still have to be on different levels. Yeah. But if they switch, you take the guy, you pass the right off. So just like switching basketball. You got a pick coming, you switch it, it's the same thing. But in football they call it banjo.
Yep. And they've done this, to Chris's point about going back and looking at things in years past. I've seen it. I've tweeted out clips of them doing this, like in the red zone. So it's definitely something in their toolbox. But maybe it's, like I said, the splits. Maybe it's where they're at on the field. I don't know, but it didn't seem like it was part of the toolbox right here.
For us.
Okay. What is this? This is 1st and 10.
No, I'm sorry, not 4th and 3. What is it? 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1.
Is this
at least that's what's on the board. 3rd and 1.
Okay, yeah. Let me see. I don't know if it called up yet. Let me see what play this is. Is this the sale concept? Hold on. What is this?
Quick
okay,
screen.
now, okay, yeah. This is okay. It's at the end. All right, it jumped me. I got my order screwed up. Okay, yeah. So this is towards the very end of the game, and this one
I
was
see your numbers now. So
yeah,
I'll go and order out this. I
this
see your
one
numbers on the thing now.
this one was about, and I think we talked about this during the day. Guys just not being able to get lined up correctly.
Oh,
I mean, you'll see it.
Probably better for that, huh?
Right. And it's okay, right? So you can let it go. You can see Simpson go over, right? T-Rob recognized, he's like, hold on. One of y'all supposed to be over here. Okay. Either Simpson or Mike Green, more than likely is Simpson. One of y'all need to be over here, right? Because we're gonna be a man short on this side. Now they end up throwing it, and it's just pitch and catch because they weren't in any way, shape, or form ready to defend a basic bubble.
We like the bad news bears.
Not to the right.
Yeah, and the last 2 weeks is just like you're losing before the play even starts.
Yeah,
in a way, where you're just not lined up. Whether it's the defensive line, whether it's the linebackers, whether it's the secondary, you're getting beat before the play even starts.
Yeah, and I learned that from Denard. Denard said that's 90% of it on defense is just getting lined up right.
Getting lined up right. Right. Getting lined up and playing hard.
Yeah, so he's like, if we can't get lined up right, we already in trouble.
Well, look at A gap, B gap, C gap, D. Yeah. We got enough for everybody over there, and we got enough for an E gap player. This is. And
Robinson realizes, okay, we got no C gap, so let me get out here, and then easy. It's just too easy. But
again, they go to his football IQ.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna go C, because I may have a little help coming from another side, but if they get outside of me, I ain't got no help.
Yeah, he knew there was no contain, there was no force, there was nobody over there. So he was like, we're wrong, fellas. We gotta somebody got to get over here.
And you know, I was about to say, do he know what he doing?
I'm not sure he knows. He's moving the tackle over. I don't know, man. But yeah, some of these, that's what these are going to be. It's not going to be like a whole lot of technical stuff. Some of them I'll have a little bit more to say, but some of this is just like, it's just a bad look. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's a bad look that we can't. And I know you got different guys out there who have not played a whole lot, but if we going over everything that we need to go over during the week. And another thing, Chris, to your point about Mike McDonald, another big thing they talked about was how much he was trying to simplify things, right? Because if you know what you're doing, you could play fast, right? I'm getting this from Tom Moore. This was in his book that I listened to this summer. Old Indianapolis Colts offensive coordinator, and then he went with Peyton to Denver. If you know what you're doing, you can play fast. When you can play fast, you can play harder and longer. So you're going to make more plays. So that was his kind of trickle down, right? As long as you know what you're doing, you can play fast. When you can play fast, you can play longer. When you can play longer, you can play harder and make more plays. And right now, it just looks like too many guys don't really know what their assignments are.
Completely. They are getting, they're what we're doing in the 7th grade. You get beside the quarterback, what I got? What I got? You got out. Okay. What I got? Curl. Okay. That's what's going on with professionals, which is crazy. Yeah. But I put them in order.
And so I'm willing, you know, we'll see what it looks like against the Texans, right? Like I said, I'm always willing to try to give a little grace. Get a full week of practice in for some of these guys who just had to come in to this game. They've been running scout team more than likely. So, you know, they've not been on this side of things. But okay, now you're going to get a full week of practice, getting reps with the first team defense, and then let's see if the operation looks cleaner, right? Guys are still going to make some mistakes and have some individual losses because there are reasons that they're not starters, but the operation should be better. So you know, we'll see.
So I went back to put the rest of them in order.
Okay. Let's see. Then this is that sale concept. Yeah. This is going to be the case. So this is going to be the missed tackle. I think you tweeted this one out during the week, Coach.
On the sideline.
Yeah, this is going to be. So initially, coverage does well enough to force the check down, right? You got the little sale concept up there with Kelce coming on the out, got the clear out, and they generally have that defended pretty well enough to make Mahomes say, "Nah, I'm not going to try to force that ball in there to Kelce. I'm just going to check it down to the back." Right. So this should just be a catch and tackle, right? Catch and tackle situation. But that's one of my pet peeves right there. And I know that people have different ways of approaching that. And I'm not going to say I'm an expert because I'm definitely not. I do not like come to balance when you're tackling. I'm not a fan of that because I think what happens anytime that you stop your feet, it's hard to restart your feet, particularly against people who are more athletic than you. And so I'm looking at Teddy's initial angle and I'm like, if you just stay on that angle and kind of try to cut him off towards the sideline, your help is inside.
Right.
Yep. Full speed at that inside shoulder. Yeah. And use the sideline.
Your help is inside. Yeah. Hey, what do they say? That the 12th man has never missed a tackle, right? The sideline is the 12th man. He's never missed a tackle. So let's do that and force him back in. But sometimes when you do that thing where you come to balance and you try to gather yourself and then try to restart your feet, this is what happens.
Yeah. So that'd be miss one.
Right. And then these
guys, 2.
And then Nate, he just
it's 3. And I almost missed 4.
Nate throwing shoulders into people, you know, wrap people up. So yeah, that was more about just a basic thing like tackling, right? Which defense, that's where it starts. It starts with tackling. You got to get people on the ground on defense. And
what you think about Tavius's role on this play? Because he starts to rush, the back starts to leak, and he got out. You think he got one of those not spill, but I forget what the call is. Peel. One of them peel calls.
Yeah, could be. It could be, or because he sees it.
Then he stops.
And then he's like, hold on.
So that's what I was saying. I didn't know if he was supposed to, if he like saw something to make him stop, or he actually had the back.
I think I'm not sure, but I think to me is good that you point that out because I think this is what happens when they have struggled on defense, and it really could be anybody who's struggling on defense. You start second guessing stuff. You're not really sure because you're rushing, right? You're doing what you think your assignment is, and then you see this back leak out, and you're like, hold on, do they got the back? is somebody back there gonna cover this guy? And now that's affecting your play. Because now you're slowing down. And I think you'll see that throughout this tape of all the defensive clips, whoever shows them is, and this has been an issue for years whenever they've struggled. It typically will come down to people trying to do too much and not trusting one another.
Right.
You can get into all the little technical reasons of what they're doing and why it's not working, but that's usually the root. We're trying to do everybody else's job but our own, and we're not trusting the man next to us.
Yep. Agreed. Play 4, but technically play 3.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, so this is this is the deep one to Worthy. This is the one we were trying to figure out what Marlon was doing. So they stem to this bare front, right? They did that a couple times in this game, bring Teddy down. So Worthy comes across. So I'm thinking, okay, we're in man, right? So if I'm in man, what am I doing right there? If I'm in man coverage and this is my guy, why am I looking in the backfield? And what am I doing right there? And then it's hard to see it from this angle. I had to go back and look at the TV replay, that second part of it. I'm like, why is he jumping inside like that? He does get a little rocker step inside. And I think that's why he tries to collision him, because he gets that little jab step inside. So he's not 100% sure where Worthy was going. But just that initial step where his eyes are back in the backfield.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And you're a man.
You lost the rep right then.
So I'm like,
I couldn't even catch it. He lost the rep right there.
There's not even a run fake. I don't know. I don't know why he's doing that.
The rep is lost right there.
That happened a couple times this game. Not just with him, but with other players too, where there's no run fake, and for whatever reason, they're biting on like there is a run fake. So it's like, what are they
seeing
looking
them at? Seeing them ghosts, man. You can see them on defense too, where they just all. So yeah, he comes across, and you're gonna see. We might catch him. He might still be in the frame.
Right there.
And initially, when he comes over, the first time I watched it, I was like, okay, is he gonna switch off with Nate? Because Nate's the outside corner to that side. It was 2 tight ends, right? It was a nub formation to that side initially. Okay, when we get a wide receiver out there, are they just gonna bump it? Is he gonna have Nate bump out and take Worthy, and then Marlowe's gonna take one of the tight ends? Maybe that's why he's looking inside. But I don't even think it's that. I don't know what it was.
Look, Mike, in my opinion, even more confusion. Look what's going on with Teddy and
oh yeah, they both go to the same guy. Yeah, they both go to 83. So there's that too.
What'd you say, Chris?
No, it just, I mean, hitting on what we said, like, you know, guys losing before the play even starts. You know, if you have 2 guys who feel like they have the same responsibility, you're losing.
Yep.
You can't beat yourself before the other team even snaps the ball.
It's this. Oh boy.
Next
tough.
Next play. Okay. This is not going to make you feel any better. Okay. This is the one where I'm trying to figure out what Trent Simpson is doing. Is he a spy on this play? Or is he supposed to have the running back? Because nobody.
Oh yeah. I tweeted this one.
I feel like he's supposed to have the running back.
Yeah, because if you watch the rush, because Rowe, so this is something I was trying to figure out, right? So you're gonna see Rowe drop out, right? He's gonna show rush and he's gonna drop. And so initially I'm thinking, okay, they're gonna Reggie the running back or funnel the running back, right? The 2 backers. If he comes to my side, if he goes to Rowe's side, Rowe takes it. If he comes to Simpson's side, Simpson takes it. Whoever doesn't get the back becomes a rat, right? Right. Low hole dropper. But then you can see Malachi dropping in to the middle. So I'm like, do we got a low hole dropper and a high hole robber and a spy?
We got a triangle in the middle.
I'm like, what are we doing? Because the only reason I thought he might have been spying is because they do that 3-man rush, and they did some of this throughout the game, and it kind of took a page out of the Lions book, right? What the Lions did to Lamar. They did this 3-man rush. One guy would kind of show it, and then one guy would back up and kind of spy Mahomes, because obviously Mahomes have been scrambling, putting up really good numbers scrambling. So I get why they would want to do that, and they drop 8 right in this situation. But I just think Simpson is supposed to have to back.
Chris, do you see Chris gone?
No, he didn't.
I'm just.
Oh, do you see Roquan throwing that ass in the circle?
Yeah. Seemed like he called him daddy before he passed by him.
Man, it's just that ain't how you wall people out.
No, they when Rex was here, he used to talk about collision low crossers, right? Them guys who are crossing low, you need to collision them dudes. That's probably not what he had in mind.
Normally collisions happen in front of you.
Well, depends on the type of collision. Sometimes they're going on behind you. It depends. Anyway, keep it PG. Keep it PG. I do think Trent was supposed to have the running back. As much as I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt and say, okay, well, they're dropping 8, so maybe he's the spy. I don't think I can go there, because it looked like other than Rowe and Malachi, everybody else was in man.
Yeah. The only person that even took off toward the back was Kyle Hamilton.
Right. And he's all the way at the back of the end zone.
Yeah, because he sees it late and it's like, hold on now.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
And get that second.
And this is what happens in these situations. You just don't know. It's so many breakdowns happening that you don't know. Okay. Anyway.
And when stuff like that happen, I feel like it got to be it's too much.
Yeah, we're doing too much. Okay, this was the counter reverse, which everybody runs these days, but they did this last year in that first game where Worthy scored a touchdown on it. So same play, and you'll see it. You can see it from the top too, but you'll definitely see it from the tight. If you are that backside edge, away. CBR, snacker in, cut back, boot, reverse. Okay, that is your responsibility when the ball goes away from you, when you're on the backside. Playing the cutback, looking for the boot, playing the reverse. You look at where he is. He is in no way in position to do either of those things. And even Malachi, I'm not going to absolve him either because he's secondary support in this. He's not the primary support, but he's secondary. And you watch just look where he's looking. And then watch him go. Look, he doesn't know who has the ball. He has no idea who has the ball. Mm-hmm. So, again, you'll see this too throughout all these clips. A lot of bad eyes, a lot of poor eye discipline, a lot of people not having their eyes on their keys and reading their keys. They're trying to see everything, and they're seeing nothing.
Yep, and when you do that against Mahomes, who's a magician as far as handling the football, you're gonna be lost. I mean, it's different than the way Lamar does it, but Mahomes is a magician with it when it comes to handling the football.
That's an old Lou Tepper quote. See a little, see a lot. See a lot, see nothing. He's a guy who coached Khalil Mack in college at Buffalo, old linebacker coach. And he used to say it all the time. You got to read your keys. There's a reason why these are your keys, right? Because they'll tell you what's happening. If you try to see everything, you're not gonna know what's going on.
It's gonna be a blur.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a blur. You got to lock in on your responsibility.
Yep. Okay. Next play. Oh, this one. Hey, this classic West Coast offense right here. Right. This was. Yeah, I think you tweeted this one too, Coach. Sometimes good offense just wins.
Right.
Right. So you can go back just a little bit. Right when they get in the end. Right when those first two guys get in the end zone. Right. And then you can stop it right there. Classic triangle read. Draw a line between those three receivers. That's West Coast offense. Old school. That's like 80s West Coast offense. Triangle read right there.
Yep.
And that window is tight that he squeezes his ball into. But as soon as that back foot hits the ground, ball's coming out on the body on the break.
Yep.
And there's not a whole lot you can do about that.
I said, like the defenders don't have a chance to identify where the route is, then break on it because the ball is there. By the time you realize, I need to break.
Yeah,
you just can't defend that unless you heavy man, and you got to be like stucco man.
Mm-hmm. And you'd have to be. I'd have to see it again from another end, but you'd have to at least be 4 over 3 to that side.
Right.
And I don't think they were. I think they were 3 for 3. They got
4 over 3. Yeah, they got 4.
And Marlon's the only one who could make a play on that, but he also, he's getting drawn to Hollywood's a little shallow.
Mm-hmm. It's good play design.
Yeah. And then, like I said, there ain't a lot of space in there. So
right.
This is one why I put in it because I was like, you just got to tip your cap. This isn't so much to criticize the defense. It's just you got to tip your cap on that and just showing how old school they were going. To your point, Coach, they didn't feel like they had to do what the Lions did. We can just beat you with the quick passing game.
Yep. 1,000 cuts. Mm-hmm. All right.
Next play.
1st and 7.
Is this the? Oh, this the Pacheco. Another free release running back. This time, I think it's Martin.
Oh,
he just lets him go right by. All right. So Martin's the nickel, right? Martin's in and nickel. Humphrey is out. He's got 2 tight ends to his side. Maybe he thinks he has one of those 2 tight ends. Right?
They do have to.
They do have to. Maybe he thinks he's got one of those 2 tight ends. But even if that's the case, I'll let's just say for the sake of argument, getting benefit of doubt. I don't even know if that's true, but let's say that's what he thinks it is. At this point, you just got to be a ball player.
Right.
You see color. you got to cover that dude because there's no way Teddy's getting there. You can see Teddy sees it, but from where he's coming from that right hash,
right,
he ain't got no shot.
This is crazy. And right here, it looks like he's looking down the line when Pat clearly has the ball.
Yeah, and from the end zone, from this, I think you'll even be able to see from this one. He looks at the back as the back is going out. He quickly like, oh, wait a minute. and then he turns away from me.
What?
This was one of the plays I had too, and then it goes back to what we said on your first play, Mike, where it just the eye discipline is just terrible. Like, what the fuck are you looking at? Like, what are you look like? Mahomes clearly has the football.
Yeah, and it's
This
I
stuff
don't know.
laughable, man.
Yeah, like I
That eye
said,
discipline is terrible.
like I say, I approach it always trying to give benefit of doubt because I don't know. I don't know. I'm not in their building. I'm not in their meeting rooms. I don't know what these plays are and how they're coaching this stuff. But then you watch it and you're like, well, that can't be. We not calling a defense where we don't cover the running back. We don't have that defense. So somebody is wrong. Now I just noticed Malachi. Who did Malachi point to?
I don't know, but I'm sitting here wondering. I was gonna let you finish your point. Like, is he wrong too? Because he goes with that play action a long time.
He could be wrong too.
He ain't even Mahomes and threw the ball. Malachi just putting his foot in the ground.
Yeah, I got a couple in here on him where I didn't make him the primary thing that I was focusing on, but he kind of shows up in some ways that make you ask, hey, maybe I need to ask some more questions about what he's supposed to be doing. Too. Let's see.
Two rookies.
Okay, this is a positive. This is a positive here. Here we go. Took a while to get one. But this is your play, coach. This is my green. He learned. He gonna
drop it again.
We might not like the fact that he's dropping, but he learned which way to turn.
He opened up right that time. And look at him right up under.
Right there.
They can break on something in front of him. Look at him.
I like that. Yeah. I mean, if you watch last week's episode, it didn't look like this.
You did not.
And you get the free runner through the B-gap, and now that route is not there.
Yep.
Right? It's been taken away. So the design of the defense works when people execute the way they're supposed to execute.
Yeah. Exactly.
This was one of those times where, look, there's definitely plenty to be critical of Zach Orr about. But this is one of those times where, hey,
beautiful thing.
This is designed to work a certain way, but people got to do what they're supposed to do.
Beautiful thing. Just by flipping them hips.
That's right. That route dead. So
mm-hmm.
Mahomes just has to get rid of it. And then I think after this play, this was right before the half, Butker misses the field goal.
Oh.
So, again, these nuggets are deep. Very deep.
Jakku so deep.
deep in the film. And I wouldn't look at these kind of things as encouraged as I am by when I see them. I wouldn't look at these kinds of things and say the defense is close. Like that probably wouldn't come out of my mouth. But there are some things to be encouraged about. Got it.
And keep in mind, most of the people that we've talked about defensively tonight are rookies. This is a third game.
Absolutely. And we can ready to talk about another one here. This is the Hollywood touchdown. And first off, you will say, okay, he just beats Cheeto. But Cheeto was out leveraged before the ball is even snapped, right? When Hollywood comes over, he's outside, right? Now, this is the one where I said, now look at Starks. Now watch it. He's reacting to the run fake. There he goes after the back. Well, Martin was already over there with the back. So are we supposed to have somebody in the post here?
Let's see.
Because if Cheeto's playing with that leverage, that's telling me he's thinking he's got somebody in the middle of the field.
Because he don't even break hard when Wood start leaning that way.
And see, at the bottom, Martin is peeling off with the bat.
Mm-hmm.
So typically you see nobody in the post when you're playing cover zero. That's not what this is. So I can't say for sure. But and I'm not trying to, let Cheeto off the hook either, because look, I didn't put that one play in here, but look, he had some
the word to play.
Yeah, he had some rough ones. But this was one where I at least had to ask, was there supposed to be somebody in the post? Because that's just too easy.
The only thing I give them is 38. Martin's supposed to be blitzing, and when he sees the boot, he starts to peel. That's the only grace I'll give him, because he comes off that corner hot.
Yeah, like he's firing.
Mm-hmm.
And then good awareness to realize, hold on, let me peel off with the back. I'm not gonna let him run by me again. so good for him, right? Learning in game, good for him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just know from that leverage that Cheeto was playing, there's no way you go defend that route.
Oh no, this route's over with right now.
All he's got to do is lead him, and there's nobody there. So it's just another one of those where you ask yourself, are we execute? Is it poor execution? Is it bad design? You've got multiple questions because things are so broke.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just one question.
This the what's the test when you first get in the class? This the to see what you know. I forgot. Not the pre-test, but they call it something, but it's basically a pre-test to see what you know. And we learning a lot that these cats don't know.
I think that was the last one for me. So I think
there's some known and some known unknown things we don't know that we don't know.
I just don't know.
All right, Chris.
This might be the Martin play.
Yep. It's good to see them two plays back to back, right? We see what he did wrong. And then we see he learned, right? He learned later. But what we think he did wrong, we don't know for sure.
See, another rookie. All I can do is laugh. All I can do is laugh. Sir Octavius on this one.
Because you've been there. When you got a bunch of freshmen in there, hey, sometimes they do what you want them to do, and sometimes they don't.
And I like this one because this is how you're supposed to treat a rookie. You feel his weight shift in one way, and then you just ragdoll him.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're supposed to do to a rookie. Shout out to Josh Simmons.
Would have looked better in purple.
That's for damn sure.
But I like the progression of Octavius. I feel like he's getting better and better.
Yeah, for sure.
Can't say that for everybody.
No.
Oh, my bad. I hit the wrong button. Tripping.
What's this one?
Oh, yeah. I took a picture of this one. Probably was maybe what he had to, how he had to throw. I'm assuming.
Yeah. Go back to the beginning.
I was gonna say, please tell me it's not my client.
No. I don't think I have any negative ones of him. I don't think so. I usually try to keep it positive.
It's a nice play. I like the design of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I like the anticipation on Lamar's part because his feet are nowhere near set for this shit.
Right. I ain't even realized he leaning forward.
Yeah. And he knows where Zay's going to be, and he trusts him to be in that spot, and he throws it. He anticipates it where he's going to be.
Yeah. Because he's just not breaking ball out. You're right. But I don't know if you noticed this, Chris, when you look at it from this angle. Look at how his feet, the way his feet are, he's throwing his ball straight to the sideline when he lets the ball go. Like they side by side. Actually, his lead foot is behind the plant foot.
That's how Michael Penix throws sometimes.
Yes.
And that's like a QB drill, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you're trying to work on like body rotation, and it's like a drill. You throw with your feet parallel. He doing it in the game, and you can see. I know you guys saw early on too. Ronnie he couldn't put no weight on that.
No.
And he tried to gut out them first
play or something like that. Yeah,
I don't know how he made it as long as he did.
Yeah, he made 2 series, but you could tell he couldn't put no weight on that.
Yeah, he got kicked or something by Karlaftis on like play 2 or 3, maybe even play 1, and you see him kind of hobble off.
It looked bad.
After that, they just went. It looked like a lot like this.
Yeah.
He fought though.
He did. I thought he would have gone out way earlier than that.
Went to my man notebook.
All right.
Oh yeah, that's the no hot route.
Yeah, that's the one on.
Whoop-de-doo. On the interception there were no hot routes. It was technically a what?
Check release.
Check release.
Check release. That's not a hot route. That's a check release. Did he have an outlet for his pressure? Call it what you want. Yes, he did. So don't say he didn't.
Check release. Blitz coming. Throw left.
You got to at least dirt it. I mean,
yeah. But hey, this was a heck of a catch when I went back and looked at it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I should know. Yeah.
And it seems like these damn linebackers have a knack for making these kinds of plays. Remember Peyton Wilson last year where he did some crazy catch against Justice Hill?
Mm-hmm.
And that
wasn't even catch the ball in drills.
That wasn't even really Chenault's game coming out, right? He was like a run stopper, lugger. Down the field making one-hand interception.
This is one of the reasons why Derrick Henry should stay in pass plays.
It's a good pickup.
Yep. Go hit somebody 7-7, please.
I knew you was going to do it.
Somebody. Go touch somebody.
I think this is the Simpson play too. Yeah.
I can hear myself from the stands. Who got the flats?
Just not going to cover the running back today.
Nope.
It's optional.
Another thing I just noticed, I don't know if it's a signal or not, but look how late Starks gives this signal if it's a signal to do something. Like milliseconds before the snap. Signal, ball snap.
He does that a lot. I don't know what that is. You'll see him do it a lot. Like touch his helmet, like right before the ball is snapped. I'm not sure what that is.
Hope it's just a little tick.
Yeah, because he do it a lot.
What is this one?
Probably one of the few pressures.
Go back. Yeah, this was the coverage.
Because there's traffic.
And it look how everybody's just in sync with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's one of the few times where everybody just looks like they're in sync with each other.
Chris, I didn't see this one, but I think maybe the very next play after this one, they're even more in sync with what you're saying. I was like, this is how defense supposed to look. But maybe I'm thinking because they at the condensed field, they don't have to worry about the top. They play it a little better. But it was right around this area of the field when I meant to screen share it, but I kept forgetting. But they had everybody covered, and it obviously was not man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's call more of that. If that's
right.
something that they can do and do it well, let's call that more. They seem to have a handle on that.
Good pass off with Buchanan and Rowe on these crosses right here.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't bad. And Kyle back there dirt balling somebody.
Oh yeah, this is the little try to run the pick route down there, and I think your son was wide open up there.
Yep.
But see, let me ask you now, Coach. I asked this dude on Twitter. Let me ask y'all, because I don't know. Sometimes with these though, from what people I've seen talk about it, people who know way more about offensive football than me will say, if you have these little pick concepts, a lot of times it's a pick aside kind of read, right, before the snap, because you don't have time to read that and then come back to the other side of the field and see what else is going on over there. So they said sometimes with these concepts, you'll have something else up top because you'll usually have a man beater on one side and zone beater on the other side. But you kind of pick a side before the snap based on how defense is aligned. And you say, okay, I'm gonna read this side and I'm gonna go to this side. Because I know a lot of people are like, well, how come he doesn't even look to the left? I'm not saying that's wrong, but I'm asking y'all because sometimes I've heard, this not like a full field type of deal sometimes.
Yeah, in a lot of cases it ain't. I know on the lower levels, because we kind of trying to tell you what side to go to based off how they've aligned previously, or what you see on film. Yeah. But with this quick game, yeah, you got to. And then what speeds that up is what's happening right in front of your face.
Right. Now, is it fair to ask, based on what that picture looks like before the snap, should I have picked the left to go to that side first, based on what the picture was?
I would have picked left. I would have picked left, knowing that this is a rub play at the bottom, and DeHop is getting pressed, and the linebacker is too far away to get rubbed. So I'm gonna choose, me personally, I'm gonna choose 2 over 3 any day of the week.
Yeah. So that was the point that when somebody brought that up, I said, okay, that's fair. If you're saying before the snap, okay, he's like, yeah, assume I agree with you on like pick a side. Should he have picked the left side? I say, okay, that's a fair point.
I would like to know under these situations what the data says is Lamar's preference. Like, does he prefer to go right on when he's under pressure like this? Does he prefer throwing to his right side? Does he prefer throwing to his left side? I'd be interested to know what that is.
So basically, like when he's heated up, which side is he's more prone to throw to?
Yeah, like
I would go right because of the right hand, because you're gonna have to factor in the throwaways too, and most of them go right.
And when I picture it in my mind, like I always picture him running to the right when there's pressure coming. So that's why I would tend to agree and think it's the right side as well.
This is one of the plays that I talked about with Ken last night, and he, how he tracks the offensive lineman, and from what he say he scored this with a bus for your client.
I'm sure.
But then he said he talked to some people at PFF, and they gave it to Linderbaum. So when we talked about it last night, I brought up an interesting point. Like, well, I just run it right quick. So Vallela initially has Chris Jones, but he got this, Bolton coming down the middle. He comes off, and instead of blocking Chris Jones, he blocks no one.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to put that on him, because if I'm going to come off of somebody to try to pick up a linebacker, I'm not coming off Chris Jones.
Right.
Okay.
Well, and then Football 101 says innermost guy anyway.
Yeah. I'm not coming off of Chris Jones. Now, I get it. When you look at it, you say, okay, well, if Linderbaum has got a guy and I've got a guy and we got this backer coming through free, one of us got to come off. I'm not coming off Chris Jones. Okay. If it's somebody else, I might come off somebody else, but I'm not coming off Chris Jones. So I could see it. I could see that argument why you might say, okay, hey, he could squeeze, but I would put this more on, and we talked about this, the overall protection call. Remember, I told you they needed to start full sliding some of this stuff, and they did later in the game. But I would put this more on the call itself. Like, hey, we just didn't have a good protection called for this.
Right. And in my mind, 27 should be unblocked, not 32.
Right.
Or not both of them.
Yeah. If you full slide that to the offense's right, then you can pick up those 5 guys.
And the 6 is on the quarterback.
Yeah, he's hot off 27. So, and they did that later, I think in the same half. But that's why I would put that more on the call, because based on whatever they were running right there, neither one of those guys has the ability to pick up that linebacker.
Right.
Lele or without coming off their guy. And he got stuck between a poop and a fart, which is never good. Commit to something anyway, whatever it is, commit to it. So I'll say that. I'll acknowledge that. If you're going to make a choice, commit to it.
All right. Let's see what we got here.
Oh, this was one of the pressures I like.
That's just a great thing.
Just negate what happens at the end of that. But the pressure, like I like this pressure package here.
You don't get that free B-gap runner. That's one thing that they do pretty regularly. It'll happen a couple times a game.
Oh, What's-Called got his safety on this play. Keon Martin in the preseason.
Yeah.
Against Cowboys. What a throw.
It's not like this. That's another one of them tip your cap.
Yeah, Rowe is running like 2012 Ray.
Well, we're bringing 6. 1, 2. Yeah, bringing 6.
And they're empty, so you're bringing one more than they can block, and it's just a great throw.
But great awareness for the freaking matchup.
Yeah, I like the call. I'm not mad at the call. I mean, so like you said, sometimes you just got to tip your hat.
It's set up for what it's supposed to do. Then you got good coverage at this point on Kelce. This is a hell of a throw. This is all tip your cap, man.
We've seen it before too, from that guy against the Ravens. Go back to any of their matchups. You can go all the way back. What was that, 2019? The one that Tyreek on like 3rd and 20 something or whatever. I mean, he's been doing this for a while. Chris Jones, he was doing that all game. Whenever they were trying to make a call, he go, what y'all say?
And they're just doing. They just have the half 32 just there chilling, and then he's just
showing up what's coming. Yeah,
and then he's once the offensive linemen got their eyes off of him, that's when he triggers down.
That's when he goes.
And it's like it's at a certain point you have to adjust to that. We see the Lions doing it. The Chiefs did it a few times, and it's like, you got to be alert on those guys, because more and more teams are going to try to steal or copy the blueprint.
Yep.
When it comes to this stuff, so you got to be aware about these guys who are just there as spies and then triggering down once you turn and try to help somebody else out, because that's all he's doing.
Too. It's instant. They look left, they look right, they split. As soon as they split,
go
open sesame.
Yeah, and they're doing. That's the defense taking advantage of the offensive rules, because they're doing what they're taught to do. Look for work. If you unblock, look for work. And so they're looking left, they're looking right. The work is right in front of them, but they don't realize it until it's too late. And the other thing I would say, Bolton, he's a decent athlete. And some of the guys that the Lions had spying, I don't even know if they're as athletic as Bolton. But it told me that, because it's not new, right? Teams try to spy Lamar. But it told me that teams saw something on film where they knew something wasn't right with Lamar. That them doing it as much as the Lions did it, and then KC doing it as much as they did it, because Lamar has beaten many a spy.
Right.
And so for these teams to do it as consistently, it just my impression is they saw something. They, hey, we don't know if he's injured. We don't know what it is, but he's not beating guys one-on-one the way we've seen him beat guys one-on-one in the past. So we're going to keep throwing this spy out.
And I think closing the space helps too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Closing that space instead of trying to spy from 3 or 4 yards deep, he can size you up and embarrass you. Yeah. Close that space and shoot your shot.
Yeah.
If you miss, you miss, but shoot your shot.
And when you have everybody swarming, it makes it so much easier, because now he's more reluctant to make those little cross moves and things like that, because like we saw with the Lions, he's trying to give a little shimmy, but you got Muhammad breathing down his neck every play.
Right.
So there's not much room for him to give any shakes, especially when he's in the middle of the field. On the outside, yeah, he can do that because he knows that people are not going to be breathing down his neck. But in the pocket, in the middle of the field, it's going to be harder to do, because those guys, they know they have to be relentless when they're going after Lamar.
Exactly. In a little sliver of light, he's going to take advantage of it.
That's that first Henry run. Oh yeah, little lead draw. That's old school Dallas Cowboys right there.
Yeah, it looks good, but I guess it wasn't good enough to keep calling.
Hat on a hat.
Look at your boy.
Hey, look, I already know.
Look at your boy playing with a little pad level, hands inside. He ain't grab his girlfriend. His hands are inside. He didn't hug his girlfriend. Hands inside.
All I'm going to say is look at his reps versus 95 in this game, and look at 72's reps versus 95 in this game. And you tell me who had the better game against 95. That's all I'm going to say.
Man, this is beautiful, Chris. And imagine if everybody maintained their blocks and you get 1-on-1 with all that space between them two. Yeah, make a business decision, 37.
That's how you draw it up. That's what you want. That's the matchup you want.
Yep.
Play action. Yeah.
I'm glad you put this on. I think this is one of mine too.
And just look at what it does to the linebackers.
Get that big void open up behind him.
I'm going to take this play even a step further. The reason I put it on is because I feel like multiple things could have happened. Even though we had great success on this, if we want to be an on-time team at this point, it's first and 10, Kolar. Even on this second play, at this point, you can throw this ball right now to Zay. You don't have to wait till the pressure forces you up.
Yeah.
You can throw this ball. What are you waiting on? Now the pressure forces you up, and then you throw it late. And it's even better seen from the back end.
Yeah.
Play starts. Top of your drop. Nothing. The deep stuff ain't developing. You could check it down. You could.
Yeah. Take your profit.
You want a big game hunt? There's not Hollywood. There's Zay right there.
Yeah.
Why are you throwing this ball right now?
Which that's part of his DNA. He is a big game hunter in the passing game.
That's what I'm saying. Why are you hesitant to throw this ball now? Tez Walker is taking the coverage, which is what Tez should be doing every week.
Unless that's what he's doing. He's looking at Tez.
That might be what he's doing, Mike.
I think he locked on Tez.
That
He
might
want to
be
see
what
if
he
he can
doing.
throw that corner, and
He
he's
did
like,
say
I
big
can't throw the
game.
corner.
Yeah,
Yeah,
said big
that's
game
his
hunter.
DNA, man. That's his
Mhm.
DNA. He is looking for the big play every time.
I said I didn't think about Tez until you said that. That's why he didn't hit Zay right now. Because right now I felt like he could feather this thing over Tranquil and hit Zay in stride, and he probably still running.
Yeah, and I think he's trying to figure out what Tez is going to do. Is he going to keep that high, or is he going to cut it flat towards the side? Because you run those corners based on how the corner route, based on how the cornerback is playing you. You can keep that angle high, or you can flatten it.
Right.
And I think he's trying to see, is he what's he going to do? Is he going to stay high? Is he going to flat? Eventually sees, okay, he ain't. Let me get off of that. Let me get off of that. I think he wants him to flatten, but he's just like, all right, he ain't. Let me get off that.
Let me go and take these little yards. These little
Because
18
McDuffie,
yards.
yeah, because McDuffie's is upfield shoulder. So I think he's like, oh, man, flatten that thing out.
Yeah, I didn't even see Tez when I first saw. I was like, you're a quarterback now. Feather that thing over there and let Zay run on time. But I forgot who I'm talking about. The biggest game hunter.
That's what he do. Was that one of those third and shorts?
Yeah, I think was it third or was it fourth? I think it was third. Yeah, I think it was third.
Give it to your power back.
But I like the leg drive.
Oh yeah, Justice play hard. There ain't no doubt about Justice now. Justice play hard the whole game. No shade to Justice.
But look at how Chanel defeats the lineman on this. I get it that they're both, dropping out and going to you got Voorhees going to the linebacker and Linderbaum trying to help out with Cook, I think that is coming down.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that he's able to get that knee down, use his leverage and fight through it, that's a hell of a play.
And see, I would tell Voorhees, stay on that.
Right.
Stay on that combo. Let the back make you right. He can see it. You can't. Let the back make you right. He'll bring that block to you. You have to trust him to do that. You stay on your combo and he'll bring that block to you. But
and honestly, I feel like if he stayed there, Justice hits this down the middle.
Yeah.
Then your client kind of cleans that up right there.
Yeah, the back is gonna make you right, but you gotta. And I know that's something, rest in peace to him. But Joe D'Alessandris used to say all the time, take care of the downs first.
Mm-hmm.
Pound the downs, right? Take care of the down lineman first. And, we'll deal with the linebacker, when we have to. But stay on those combos, man.
Got here.
Oh, yeah. Nice little play in the red zone. Nice
mm-hmm.
play.
That might have been the last of creativity of the day.
Well, they had some other screens on the next drive, but Chris Jones tipped one, somebody else tipped another one.
Did they have like two tip screens in a row?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
And an illegal formation on one that called one back.
So this is playing on last year's when Justice Hill had to block Chris Jones.
Yeah, here we go. Show him.
Psych.
See? He won't throw Todd under the bus.
Right. Right.
Todd should be look at what I'm doing out there. I'm cooking.
Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. Especially right now. But yeah, this was some good stuff. Some good stuff from old Todd. But again, it's somebody must call, hey, that ain't what I told you to run. And he went back to doing regular stuff. So all I can say. All I can say. And this is this is the start of mine. This is the interception.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we talked about it. I felt like, when he saw that right there, you got to know where your hot route at. Drop it off out there.
Mm-hmm.
Got to.
I mean, I know Likely been inactive, but he is out there.
Mm-hmm.
80 is back.
Right. And running around the field and can catch the ball too if y'all throw him one.
Did he get a target?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Oh, this is the one that was nullified, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
What was this? Was this illegal?
I think this
formation?
was
So it definitely legal formation.
Rosengarten. I don't think it was on the line.
Mm-hmm. But it's so much good in this clip for me. So much good. Obviously, the catch.
Mm-hmm.
And him just sunning McDuffie.
Every week with DeHop.
Mm-hmm.
But even up front, I was impressed with what happened up front. You got the double in the middle with then they try to switch. They pass it off like NFL players supposed to do.
Yeah, that's nice.
Justice picking up that guy.
That's a nice pickup.
Good rep on 77 on Chris Jones.
I'm just trying to tell you.
Good solid pocket by all parties. Recognized man coverage. Went to your jump ball guy. Gave him a extremely high pointed ball.
Yeah, let him do what he do.
Beautiful.
That's the thing of beauty right there.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm DeHop, somebody got to get me this picture, and this goes in my wall of, because this is awesome at 33, 34 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And as a dude that coached receivers for a long time and love receiver play, hey, this is one of them emotions. You see stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
What we got here? Oh, the same one. My bad.
So nice. Gotta see it twice.
Just that post. That's the football version of posterizing somebody.
Right.
I think I had this for the line. I think I labeled it, but I forgot. Oh yeah, just getting a hat on a hat. Just getting a hat on a hat. Nothing spectacular, nothing spicy.
Even on one leg, Ronnie.
Mm-hmm. Seeing the hat on a hat and falling forward. Another rep where your boy did good versus Chris Jones. Hands inside, moving his feet, got Chris Jones going, flat down the line.
I say it because, well, never mind. Never mind. You know what it is. People feel how they feel, man.
Even Rose, I was going to say twerk, but not twerk. Twerk. Twerk comes outside to help out. Have to make sure I say the right word. This little by Rose, you rather see that out of him.
Yeah, it was that row clip when he was dropping. That's
But yeah, just like you said, you try to find a few little nuggets, and I think I saw you swimming by. We was at Jacques Cousteau getting these nuggets.
They in there. They are in there. They not a whole lot of them, but they're in there.
And we talked about this one earlier, and the only reason I put it on here because I was excited to see them just be like, look, we in man. Kyle, you got Kelce, and the rest of y'all do what y'all do. But Kyle, Kelce ain't getting it. Now I was excited to see that, and I think that's what Hamilton is going to have to be if we ever to overcome that in the near future. You got to take Kelce and completely shut him down and make them do stuff outside the numbers.
Yeah, and you made this point. You talked about this on Twitter, I think, about how them not having that third safety has limited them because now he can't play down in nickel as much.
Right. This let me get to the end zone view. So us bumping down right here, playing a little bad front, it still bothered me.
Yeah, they keep doing that.
It bothered me because so what you get here is Juwan Thomas or whatever his name is versus Tavius Robinson. You know, who 50-50 matchup. No matter, you know, who gonna win that. When you switch it here, and now you got Buchanan out there, the odds of Kansas City winning this matchup go up. The odds of Tavius having problems with the guard go up because they're good at guard center guard. Your odds are going down. So who wins this? Nobody. Like nobody on this front line wins. If you're gonna do it, go, you know, make this person a for real defensive end, so you can have a chance off this edge. Let it be Trent Simpson. He can show on a little bit to pass rush, but you just stuck a body out here, and this is a wasted personnel.
Yeah, and they did that throughout this game, and I don't know if they was doing it. I would have to go back and check the down and distances. I don't know if they were doing it when they were anticipating run, like if it was first down or second down and short, and they were trying to do that to help defend the run. I'm not sure why they were doing it, but they did it a handful of times in this game.
I mean, just having him on the edges, because he's not a known pass rusher.
Mm-mm.
Play to your strengths, man, and it don't look like you're playing to their strengths. Or
oh yeah, that was the no boom and Kolar.
mm-hmm.
That's the one you saying, right?
I remember this one. Yeah, like to see them working together.
Kolar be blocking his butt off.
He's come a long way from where he showed up.
Mm-hmm. Now it's good and bad on this play. You want to talk about your client first, or you want to talk about your client last?
Go ahead, man. Let's talk about my client. Hey, they not all gonna be winners, coach.
I agree.
They not all gonna be winners, okay? Sometimes it's gonna look like that. Now, if we're gonna do this, if we're gonna do that, then we gotta roll. Okay, when we go on our face, roll, take out that linebacker.
Take somebody out right. Do something.
Or Chris Jones, Cuddy, we got to take some. If we gonna go down like that, we got to take some other people out.
At least try to bite somebody or something.
So see, that's what happens with him. Is like the losses are like the disaster type of losses.
Yes,
right.
They loud.
They like bad. It's a lot of solid stuff in there, but the bad stuff, like you said, it's loud. So all right, yeah, I can't. Ain't no defense.
All right, the good part, the left side of the line. The combination with Kolar and No Boom. And like you said, we talked, I think we was tweeting about it. Traditionally, this would work the other way. Mm-hmm. But it working this way, worked out fine. Look at that violence from Kolar. Pow!
That's it.
And now he's overtaking the linebacker. No Boom has turned the defensive end out. And you get a good midpoint run by Voorhees. You get Linderbaum on second level.
Yep, even Mitchell Payton.
Mitchell Payton doing his thing.
Getting in the way.
That's what it should look like. That's what it should look like. The only difference is you shouldn't have this nightmare defensive lineman chasing your running back this fast or that soon. Which is wild.
And what I don't know if you guys saw what Steve Spagnuolo said about him, because I think the reporter brought up to him the fact that Chris Jones had a bad PFF grade for this game.
I saw it. Yeah.
And he was like, if you just watch it, like he's just causing so much terror and destruction, and he just like we say, a gravity player. Whether even if he doesn't make the play, he has 2 or 3 bodies dedicated to him almost every play.
Yep.
And you see later in the fourth quarter, the game was out of hand at that point. I think even Rush was in, but they were lining him up at defensive end and like a wide 9 because the Ravens had started to do that full slide as they started picking up some of the pressure. They said, nah, we're going to put him out here. Slide away from him if you want to. Leave him as the unblocked person if you want to. Even coming off the edge, leave Chris Jones unblocked if you want to. So then they had to get out of the full slide. So it's stuff like that where he don't even have to touch nobody.
Yeah,
he's having an effect on the game.
Mm-hmm.
If that ain't gravity,
making you change your protection.
All right, First, I'll start with this. No disrespect, Chris. No disrespect. We're on the 12, 13-yard line. And we in this kind of heavy full house backfield. Why is this not D-Hop? When you know how much you look out there and see a one-on-one matchup, what you gonna do? Why is that not D-Hop?
I agree.
Because what if D-Hop earned the respect to kind of pull this dude out of there too? Like, even though he's kind of low hanging right here, pull him out of there too. Then you got all the other stuff to work with. No disrespect to your son, but just
I mean, I agree. I mean,
personnel things.
I agree. Just look at what D-Hop has done in this short season and the kind of catches that he's made one-on-one.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, no disrespect to Tylen. Tylen has his game, but that's not his game.
Right.
His game is not winning above the rim. Now, I don't know if they just feel better with him as a blocker. I don't know what it is, but I would like to have D-Hop out there just for the threat. You know, you got to have the threat of it. And it's the same thing when we talk about Derrick Henry and having him out there, the threat of him. We just spoke about it with Chris Jones. Even if you're not giving Derrick Henry the ball,
mm-hmm.
he's such a gravitational player that you have to account for him. And that's just another thing for the defense to have to worry about. You know, and I think D-Hop commands that kind of respect, especially down in the red zone.
Agreed. Now, fellas, every taste of football I've ever taught or known or tried to instill in a young player has been a mobile quarterback, with the exception of one kid. And zone read is the first thing we teach. If your read man's shoulder is square, where should the ball go?
Exactly.
Give him that mug.
Right. So why are we keeping this? Look at, like, we don't block a lot of stuff right up front, but it's a give read, and the running back don't have the ball.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now,
can't call that.
Now look at the leverage, because Mark got one block a game.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't call that one. Because you're right. That's a give read when he's square like that.
And then so for the people that say, hey, Lamar heard he can't do such and such, well, the defense dictated you get that ball, Derrick Henry. Well, I got this one on here. This for Lele again.
That's the play action.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this we already talked about what I thought about with this one.
But going back to what you said about keeping it, yeah, I mean, it could be something that we've been talking about for a couple of years now when it comes to Lamar and these type of games where he's going up against the Chiefs or the Bills, where he just feels the need to do too much, instead of just letting the game come to him.
Right.
He's at a point in his career where he's smart enough, he's seen enough to just let the game come to you. That's what made Brady so dangerous for so many years is, okay, all right, you're going to give me these little checkdowns. All right, I'll take these little 3-4 yard passes all the way down the field.
Mm-hmm.
And, with Lamar, we've seen where he feels the need to have to put it on his shoulders and make the play. Right. And I think he should just, I mean, obviously you don't want to take that away from him because that's what makes him so special, obviously. But at the same time, you got to know when to pull the trigger and when to just trust what you're seeing and let your teammate do the work.
Right. Or trust your other 10 people.
Or take what the defense is giving you. And he's come a long, long way when it comes to taking what the defense gives him. So I don't want it to seem like, no, he doesn't do that at all. We just see it more in these high leverage situations compared to, let's say, if this was him against the Colts or something like
Right.
that, or a team like that. You know, we see it more where he feels the need to put the cape on when he's going up against a KC or Buffalo.
Mhm. It's the gift. It's
Agree.
the gift and the curse. He wants to win those games so bad. He
Mhm.
wants to beat these teams so bad, and he knows he can make these plays. He's done it his whole life. He know he can do it.
Yep.
But they get paid on the other side of the ball too. So that first run.
And this was your client special.
Oh, we got some other ones. Chris and Carrie tell you I sent them some other ones. See, I don't be showing them with everybody. That's the thing. There's certain people
Gotcha.
that I send the clips to.
All right, this is our last one. Why did I put this one on here?
Did we see this one already?
This might be the one when Bolton comes free.
Yeah.
You talk about this? Oh no, he can come free.
Yeah,
we saw this one.
Yeah, we saw this one.
Oh yeah, he did. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
It was delayed. That's right.
But I like what your boy did with Chris Jones too. By himself, fought off one move, and still tried to work his hands back in it. Even though they kind of slid back inside, they got back inside where they need to be.
Hey, look, he did something in this game I ain't never seen him do, and it's so basic. It's like basic offensive line stuff, but I've never seen him do it. And we talked about this on another show. You talk about him dropping his anchor against a bull rush. He did the hop. He did 2 hops, but he did 2 hops this time. He did 2 hops. I've never seen him hop against a bull rush. I've never seen him try to sink his hips and hop. Now he's still working on the technique. He did the hop. His butt didn't drop at all. He didn't sink his level at all. He just hopped. So I'm like, okay, we're getting there, but it's baby steps. So he's still working some stuff, man. I know people like, hey, we ain't got time for that. We in a win mode right now. We can't be working for you, waiting for you trying to get like basic offensive line fundamental stuff down. But this is the choice that they made, right? They were years ago when they decided to move on from Zeitler and Morgan Moses. They wanted to get away from the vets. This was the choice they made.
Yeah, and that's it. That's week 4's episode of Chalk Talk. So if you like what you've seen, hit the like button, subscribe, comments. We read comments too. Unless you don't agree with what we're talking about, then we don't read them. No, I'm just kidding. We do, because that's what good conversation come in at. But on behalf of my co-host, Chris Just Joking, and Michael Crawford, we will see you guys next week. Do I ask the question or do I not? No, I know the answer. I know the answer because the third one is traveling for work.
Always fair to ask it. Never hurts to ask.
All right. So on that note, we'll be TBD for another Deep Cover podcast. I appreciate y'all fellas and everybody watching. Once I chop it up, we'll see y'all. Y'all seeing this Thursday, so we'll see y'all tomorrow. Just gotta find my end screen. There it is.